Minefield Combat. The best summation of this game would be to call it unsatisfying. You're defending a base against waves of enemies. The look isn't terrible, and the action does intensify as you progress through the stages, but very little ends up feeling worthwhile. You level up your reload time, base health, explosion radius, and shot damage, but the enemies just get stronger and more numerous as you go along. They eventually introduce bosses into the waves, but these are just even tankier soldiers which do exactly what the others already are. Also, the level you play in doesn't change. Shots rarely seem to hit as intended when enemies are in motion, and certain power-ups like blast radius don't feel like they're doing much of any lifting here. I couldn't find a written guide, but you can definitely tell how boring the 30 to 40 minute plat chase is by watching how the percentages don't fall off a cliff at any point, but just slowly tick down to the point that over a quarter of all players couldn't be bothered. The path to completion is easy. Just beat 19 stages and level up your damage 5 times, 4 times for the other 3 powers. The scrap trophies pop naturally as you play, nothing's missable, and I'd call this a 2 for difficulty since it involves constant and active interaction. Some players might have a harder time if they're leveling base health ahead of gun damage, but most folks will agree with the 2, as my average ass didn't die at all while playing, and I even forced myself to play a few extra stages after the plat just to see if anything changed, and to get an idea of how much more content might exist here. Certain power-ups were starting to max out, so I assume there's not a lot left to the game, and as expected, nothing but enemy density seemed to be changing post-plat. It's a weak game with a bland and uninspired trophy chase. Even the leaderboard function fails to show the heights of other players, so unless you're grubby chasing in the trophy sphere, this is a fully skippable title.